Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be doing something very exciting. I'm going to be building Squid Game in Bloxburg. Today, I will be mainly focusing on red light, green light, and the main room. First, I will start to make the outline of the first room. I'm not sure if this room has a specific name, but I'll just call it the lobby. Have you watched Squid Game yet? Please let me know in the comments. Don't mind my voice if it sounds weird. This is not my real voice if you couldn't tell. This will be the size of the room. Now I just have to make it 3 floors high. For the floor I will be using a marble texture, since that is what they used in the show. Now it's time to color the wall, because otherwise it will look like trash. Please let me know if there are any other rooms you want to see me make, like the honeycomb room. Now I want half of the wall white and the other half blue. But that's a bit hard to do, so I'm using the high wall trims. After I finish placing the wall trims, it's time for the next step. And that is the front of the room, where the guards come walking in from. I believe the toilets are also on this side of the wall, but I might have forgotten to add those. I believe one of the main characters also died in the toilet area. Now it's time to make the actual raised stage area. I became very talented and started using this build hack. Then it was time for me to also add paint and wall trims to this side of the room. I used this structural as the arch in the room, because I was too lazy to make it out of basic shapes. After that, it was time for me to spend some Robux for some Bloxburg, so I could afford this very expensive screen. Then I added the main door that all players went through to play the games. I don't think this is the right door to use, but this was new in the update, so I wanted to use it. I also added these lights around the doors to make it look very cool and expensive. Then it was time to add some little finishing touches. And now it's finally time to start adding furniture. I was very happy and surprised after realizing I could stack the beds on top of each other. We just don't talk about the person who has to sleep here. One of the last things I have to do is adding a roof, or else it would be very easy for the players to escape. Now it's time to add some lights. This almost took me a minute to find. Now it's time to take a look inside. I even put on a Squid Game outfit. It doesn't look too bad, but also not too good. And I even added some nice red piles of dirt. Now it's time to build the iconic red light, green light. This will be the size. I probably should have made it bigger, but I didn't think about the fact that I could use another plot. After that, I started to work on the walls, and I made it the same height as the lobby area, so you can only see the sky from inside. Now it's time to add the little building the players came out of. To be honest, I think this is the only game I would be able to complete. After painting the walls, it's time to add the roof. The roof are more an orange-like color. I also added a chimney on the roof of each of the buildings. And then I added the doors. I also added the sand texture to the floor, so it looks a bit more realistic. There is this big tree at the end of the game, so I also added that, of course. And then I made the wrong choice by trying to make the doll. This doll took the rest of the video to make, and it wasn't worth the time. I made the entire doll out of basic shapes, but still it turned out like trash. After a while, it was finally time for me to add the head. It looks terrible so far though. Lastly, I add some of the small features on her face with structurals, and then the doll was finally done. If you are wondering why this wasn't in the thumbnail, here is why. Thank you so much for coming to my channel this week.